Okay, so what if the secret to building like a multi-million-dollar media business wasn't really about chasing viral videos or obsessing over follower counts? What if it was something, I don't know, more foundational, something you could actually control?
That's a great question to kick things off. And yeah, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at this blueprint, really, for content creators, how to escape that platform dependency,
Yeah.
and build real predictable wealth.
Right.
And let's be super clear up front. This isn't the usual, oh, just start a newsletter advice you hear everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So our mission today then is to really unpack how creators can transform their income using newsletters strategically. And we're going to use Well Off Media, that's Dion Bucky Sanders Jr.'s company, as a kind of hypothetical case study.
Exactly. A hypothetical look. It's important to stress that, right? This is all based on public info,
Mm.
industry analysis, just to demonstrate what's possible with these ideas.
Got it. Purely for illustration.
And here's the big reveal right at the start, something that might genuinely surprise you.
Hmm.
When you look at the creators actually making, say, $1 million or more a year, they consistently own their audience through email.
Really? Regardless of follower count?
Regardless of follower count, production quality,
Okay.
even their specific niche, it boils down to that direct owned access.
Oh, okay, okay, let's unpack that because it kind of goes against a lot of the usual advice, doesn't it? Everyone's chasing social media followers. But you're saying email subscribers are just fundamentally more valuable, like 10x more. Why?
Yeah, exactly. It really comes down to ownership and that direct line.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Huh.
On social media, you're basically renting space. An algorithm decides who sees your stuff.
Right, you're at their mercy.
Totally.
Yeah.
But with email, you own that connection. It's yours. And the numbers, they make it pretty stark. Like YouTube might get you, what, 5, maybe $10 per 1,000 views?
Mm-hmm. On a good day?
Right. But an email subscriber, the potential is like $25 to $50
Yeah.
per subscriber monthly.
Whoa. Okay, that's a huge difference. Monthly.
Massive difference in leverage, yeah. And that's where this idea of the newsletter advantage framework comes in. It's basically a strategic map, right? Shifting focus from those fleeting social views to building a solid owned email list. That's
Ah.
how you unlock predictable income. It's prioritizing those subscriber relationships over just, feeding the algorithm.
So this framework is how someone like Well Off Media, hypothetically, could shift from maybe being heavily YouTube focused.
Exactly. Shift from being YouTube dependent to building a real multi-platform owned media empire.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, I mean, look at Morning Brew, sold for $75 million, wasn't it?
Yep. And The Athletic. $550 million.
Okay, I knew Morning Brew was big, but $550 million for The Athletic.
Wow, that really hammers home the potential value here. What makes these newsletter-first companies so valuable to buyers? It can't just be the content itself, can it?
It's precisely that own audience. That's the gold. Buyers aren't just getting content. They're buying a direct permission-based line to thousands, maybe millions, of engaged people. Ah, predictability.
That predictability, that direct connection,
Mm,
it commands a premium.
yeah.
Okay, applying this to content strategy now, it's about creating what we might call behind-the-behind content.
Kind of behind it.
Yeah, not just exclusive stuff, but like really deep insider access, the kind that justifies premium pricing, that $25, $50 a month range we talked about.
Right. So you get people on a free list, maybe, but how do you actually get them to pay that premium?
Good question.
Mm.
That's where something called the content hierarchy system comes in. It's
What?
about layering the value.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting for you, the listener. You create this exclusive value using access you probably already have. For Well Off Media, hypothetically, imagine a Prime weekly newsletter, maybe 7 sections deep, unparalleled, exclusive insights into Coach Prime's transformations. First at Jackson State, now Colorado. They have that unique access baked in.
Exactly. They live it.
So walk us through that content hierarchy system a bit more. What's the practical difference between free and paid?
Okay, think of it like this. Your free newsletter might give the what's. A quick summary, Coach Prime's highlights for the week, maybe.
Okay, the headlines.
Right. The premium tier, using that hierarchy system, dives into the why and the how. Maybe it's exclusive interviews with coaching staff explaining why they made a certain strategic shift. Or maybe it's unseen footage from a key practice showing how a player developed.
Content you literally can't get anywhere else.
Precisely. That justifies the price. It delivers unique understanding, unique access. And once you've got that premium content engine running, you've unlocked something even bigger. The ability to multiply your revenue streams way beyond just subscriptions.
That potential $221,000 monthly figure you mentioned earlier, That's honestly mind-boggling from just one newsletter because, yeah, most people think newsletter equals subscriptions. Full stop. How does one newsletter realistically spin off into 7 different income streams? Sounds, well, almost too good. Is this where the revenue multiplication matrix fits?
Exactly. It's not just about tacking on income streams randomly. It's about making each one amplify the others. So the revenue multiplication matrix. Yeah, it sounds a bit fancy, but it's just a strategic way to map it out. How does this piece of premium content, say, that insight from Prime Weekly, how can it also fuel sponsorships?
Yeah.
How can it attract consulting gigs? How does it build the foundation for, say, VIP experiences?
I see. So one asset serves multiple purposes.
Right. It's about planning how one core asset feeds multiple monetization channels. You create this powerful network effect for your revenue. So beyond subscriptions, these hypothetical opportunities for well-off, think corporate sponsorships tied directly to that exclusive content.
Makes sense.
Or creating really exclusive VIP meet and greets for the biggest fans. Maybe even consulting based on their unique view into high-performance teams.
It's building a whole ecosystem then, not just an email list.
Exactly, an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Which brings us nicely to community building and the critical value of superfans.
Right. I saw this point. One superfan is worth 100 casual followers. That sounds bold. Is there actual math behind that? How does that work?
Yeah, it sounds like hyperbole, but it's actually got a basis in, well, observable impact. The principle is superfans aren't just consuming, they're evangelizing, they're referring new people. They're often the first and most willing to pay for premium stuff, whether it's
Yeah.
access or products.
To become your unpaid marketing team, almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Your marketing and sales force, yeah. And the superfan conversion system is how you cultivate that. It's about creating specific, maybe more intimate spaces like a private Discord channel or quarterly live Q&As, maybe exclusive meetups.
Places where they feel seen, heard, special.
Exactly. That fosters a level of loyalty that translates directly into tangible value. Not just emotional connection, but real revenue generation.
And the numbers seem to back that up. You mentioned potential community-driven income streams. Over $125,000 a month.
Potentially, yeah, within this kind of model.
And I saw that example. One subscriber becoming worth $24,000 a year just through introductions and connections they facilitated.
Yeah, that's a real example. It shows the power, doesn't it? One person, but their network and advocacy create huge value. That's a superfan.
Undeniable power there. Okay, so let's talk launch strategy. You laid out a hypothetical timeline, reaching $100K monthly in just 90 days. Now, for Well-Off Media, with their advantages, $600K plus YouTube subs, the Coach Prime access, proven engagement, the whole Prime effect timing, maybe that seems achievable.
Right. They have a significant head start, no question. The framework accelerates things dramatically when you have those existing assets.
But what about for, the average listener? They might be thinking, okay, great for them, but what about me?
Yeah.
What about the tech needed, the budget? Do you need a huge existing audience?
Yeah, let's clear up some common misconceptions here, because this is crucial. You don't need some complex, custom-built website or whole team of developers. That's myth number one.
Okay. So what do you need tech-wise?
Honestly, basic, affordable tools. Think ConvertKit, maybe Substack for email. A simple payment processor like Stripe. Your infrastructure is less about complex tech and more about your commitment and your unique angle. Startup cost genuinely can be under $500. Seriously.
Wow. Okay. So no massive audience needed from day one. No perfect, polished content right out of the gate.
Nope. You don't need a giant audience to start monetizing premium. You don't need perfect content, iterate as you go. You don't need deep technical expertise. You don't need a huge budget.
Okay, so what do you need? What are the non-negotiables?
Okay, number one, commitment, real commitment. Number two, a willingness to think bigger than just, oh, this is another little income stream. See it as building an asset.
Right.
Number three, you got to be action-oriented. Knowledge is great, but implementation is everything, right? Knowledge without action is worthless.
True.
And number four, maybe the most important, you need a unique perspective or unique access to something people genuinely care about.
And that brings us right back to that idea of your competitive advantage, the listener's advantage. Just like Well-Off Media has that behind-the-scenes Coach Prime access, what's your unique thing?
Exactly. And everyone has something. It could be your years of industry experience, that insider knowledge. It could be your personal journey, your authentic struggles, and how you overcame them. Your network, your relationships. It could just be your unique point of view on a topic or skills you've developed, expertise you're building.
So it's not necessarily about having the biggest megaphone.
Not at all. The creators really making millions Often, they're not the ones with the absolute biggest audiences.
Hmm.
They're the ones who best identified and then monetized their unique access or perspective.
Okay, so let's summarize what makes this whole strategy, this blueprint, different from, the standard advice out there. Because typical advice is often like, build a huge free audience first, or give away tons of free stuff and hope people eventually pay.
Right, or just copy what seems popular, which is usually a race to the bottom on pricing and originality.
So how is this different?
This blueprint flips that. It teaches you to think about monetization from day one. With premium pricing,
Okay.
it teaches you to leverage that exclusive access you already have to justify charging more. Don't undervalue your unique insight. And critically, it's about strategically building multiple revenue streams beyond just subscriptions, turning content into a real diversified business.
So it's not just about monthly income.
Exactly. Ultimately, it's about building an actual asset, something with real enterprise value, something that could potentially sell for millions down the line.
It's a paradigm shift, really, from just being a content creator to being, well, a media entrepreneur.
That's a great way to put it, a media entrepreneur.
So there you have it. We've unpacked how newsletters, used strategically, offer this pathway. A pathway to sustainable wealth, yes, but also protection from those crazy social media algorithm shifts we all hate. We saw the hypothetical potential for well-off media, adding, potentially, over $1 million annually by applying this framework, turning existing access into a true media empire.
And for you listening, the real key is taking these principles, thinking about how they apply in your own context.
Yeah.
Your own unique access. Because, like we said, knowledge is great, but actually doing something with it, that's what counts. Implementation is everything.
Right. Well, off media could potentially add that $1 million+ annually with this kind of strategic framework. The real question is, what will you add to yours?